Okay, y'all, we are down to it. But before we get there, we got to deal with Labor Live at 5 or Labor Really Live AF today because the time has come, y'all. We have been working for this day for 4 years, really, but in earnest for the last 2. Everything is on the line in this upcoming election. And I mean everything, everywhere from our workers' rights to the very democracy that we live in is under attack right now. But the thing about it is we have the opportunity to do something about it. And that opportunity starts tomorrow. Early vote starts tomorrow and runs through October 30th. And tonight our show is dedicated to one very simple but profound message. And that is they can make it as difficult as they possibly can for us to vote. They can close down polling places. They can refuse to allow drop-off sites. They can make it to where you have to register way in advance of the election. They can close down polling places in areas that they think are going to be Democratic. But if we carry the resolve that this labor movement has always carried, and if we say that we will not be deterred, that we will not be moved, that by hook or by crook, we will cast our ballots and we will make sure that the folks that we work with cast their ballots and the folks that we live with cast their ballots. And if we do that, change is going to come, and it's going to come soon.
That's right.
Tonight we have Montserrat Garibay, who's the Secretary Treasurer of the Texas AFL-CIO, and she is sporting her new Riding with Biden t-shirt, courtesy of the Amalgamated Transit Union, with the sign, "Thank you, Brent Payne." And the wizard comes out from behind the screen tonight, Mark Maldonado, our digital strategist, who is responsible for creating so much of the work, so much of the visual work that you see coming out of our office. And the reason why we want to have these folks here is because we want to make sure that everybody knows all the tools that you have available to make sure that your vote gets cast. So welcome, Montserrat. How are you doing tonight?
I am fired up and ready to go. I have my tools ready. My face mask is ready. And my hand sanitizer and my list of who I'm going to vote. I am ready. I want to vote. I can't wait until tomorrow and cast my vote.
There you go. Now, Mark, how are you going to cast your vote this week?
Well, first of all, I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to use our nifty voting app at texasaflcio.org/vote. And if you go there right now, if you go to that site, you can enter your information and it allows you to make a plan. You would say, hey, I think I'm going to vote on, whether it be tomorrow, which is great. Or I'm say, hey, I'm going to vote, after work on Wednesday. You put in your time, your location, and then it's going to give you a reminder via text message to say, hey, have you forgot to vote? You made a plan. And also on that app, which is kind of cool, you can see all of our local area CLC endorsements. Because as you know, these down ballot races are so important. And a lot of our CLCs have spent so much time screening these candidates that have committed to fight for Texas working families. And we want you to know who they are in that area. And so you can kind of see if they're in Austin, whether they're in the Coastal Bend, whether in Sabine, Sabine, you can see those down ballot races. So this app will provide you everything you need to be informed tomorrow and for the next 3 weeks.
Okay, now, Mark, that's incredible, and I've done that myself. And what it says is that that we need to make sure that we have a plan. You got to have a plan, because this can't be like cleaning your room or rearranging your sock drawer where you're always going to get to it the next week. All right, you got to say and commit that you are going to step into that voting booth at such a time and such a date. Now, Mark, when you say it's an app, they don't need any special equipment or anything like that. They just need anything where they can get to that website. Is that right?
Yeah, I called it an app just because it feels like one, because it's.
Well, excuse me. On this show, we're very much about accuracy. Okay. Now, all right. So
it feels like one. It is so robust what it can do, and that answers all those questions. Who do I vote for? Where do I go? When can I go? How do I get there? Even gives you like directions. So head to that website and share it with your friends. We need everybody to have this information on them.
Great. And so if everybody can go to that website, that's posted at the bottom of the screen. It'll also be posted. If you can't remember it, you can go to our website and link to it from there. If you can't find it, just call us and we'll tell you where it goes. But look, no excuses this time. Everybody has to vote. The labor councils are all coordinating get out the vote efforts and phone banking and text banking. Mark, is there a place where people can go to learn about all the opportunities? Because yes, we can vote, but we can also talk to our brothers and sisters and help remind them to vote too. What if people want to get engaged and volunteer? What do they do?
Yeah, so the easiest way, again, you can go to that website that we just shown, or you can just go to texasafl.cio.org/labor online. And right now we have a list of the week events that are happening. Not only we have official online Army events, but we have events that are happening at our central labor councils across the state. You're going to see some events from Houston there. You're going to see some events from Dallas. And sometimes we have events. Last week we had in Austin. And so for the next 3 weeks, as we're ramping up, you're going to see more and more events in there, not just online Army events, but events that are happening all around the state. And we absolutely need your help plugging into this information. So we can't walk right now. So this is the best that we can do, and we're going to get engaged.
Yeah, talking to our members, Monte, you've been, on a bunch of these phone banks, I know, and you've been one of the more active people. You've made almost as many calls as some of the other people on this show right now, but your effort is certainly acknowledged. Why should people come and be part of a phone bank or a text bank?
Well, because like Mark was saying, we can't block walk, but we can sure hell yes, we can talk. And it's beautiful to watch our brothers and sisters get together in the Zoom with their union t-shirt, with their phone ready to go, texting. And there's some people that are like to show off and say, oh, I made so many calls or I made so many texts. It's all good. I'm all about the participation. I don't really like the challenging each other, but I like the participation because I think this is the time where we gotta be all in. Okay, baby, all in. Phone banking, texting, calling your abuelitas, your tias, your primos, your friends, and just telling everybody and their mama, hey, tomorrow we get to vote. And you know what? From the very top to the very bottom, from the presidential, senators, state representatives, school board members, this is the time that we really need to step up to the plate because you know what? We're gonna change Texas, Rick. I feel it. I have a lot of faith that my brothers and sisters in the union movement are gonna come out in masses and we're gonna vote because it's really important. And also, whoever comes to the phone banks and the text banks that we have, they're gonna get this amazing looking union long sleeve t-shirt for ladies and for the gentlemen as well, because we like to think everything equal, right? So I'm like keeping track of who's coming, who's not coming, who signed up, who's bringing a few other friends, because you know what? We're gonna get them some nice looking long sleeve union shirts.
Okay.
Both, representing for sure.
Okay. Now here's the thing. This week, when we're right in the middle of early vote, Saturday is the day that we're really pushing for a lot of get out the vote effort. We are being joined, for as long as any of us can remember, Texas has not been a state that's been targeted by national labor unions to get involved with politically. This time, national unions are the change that's happening in Texas, and they're wanting to help with that change and accelerate that change and make that change happen. And so the National AFL-CIO has designated Texas as a tier 1 target state. And in addition, numerous international unions have contributed mightily to the political effort here. And in recognition of that, on Thursday night, Tafari Gabre, who is the executive vice president of the National AFL-CIO, is going to be joining us in our phone bank. And again, you can register the big phone bank on Thursday night. We're trying to get hundreds of union members all together on a big Zoom, calling hundreds and thousands of union members. Tafari is going to be there. We have to show up The one thing we can't do is we have to have people understand that if the National AFL-CIO and unions are going to be investing in Texas, we have to do our part and show up. So encouraging everybody who's watching this, please go to texasaflcio.org/labor online, sign up for Thursday, talk to your friends, get at least one other person to come. It's really fun. It's the kind of fellowship that we can pull together in this environment that we're in. So encourage people to show up for that. Look, I'm watching these days. I don't know how many of y'all saw the Supreme Court hearings that they're calling those. This is about power, y'all. This is about power. This is the Senate Republicans saying we have the power to do this, even though it's exactly the opposite of what we said last time, but we're going to do it because of what's at stake. Well, here's the way I see it. We're going to vote because of what's at stake. We're going to show up and we're going to change the direction of this state and we're going to change the direction of this country. We have to do it together. We have to show up together. We have to fight together like union people in Texas have always done, just bigger this time and stronger. So encourage everybody. Remember, early voting starts tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Make your plan. Mm-hmm. Sign up to Phone Bank. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to vote. And we'll see y'all Thursday night. Montse, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yes. So I want to give a shout out because tomorrow the Dallas AFL-CIO is gathering tomorrow at 10 a.m. at 1600 Commerce Street. And they're going to have a really good rally and they're going to go out and they're going to vote together. And I'm super excited because I'm going to be able to drive at 6 in the morning and I'm going to get there. And I'm going to be so excited to be with my brothers and sisters. Because you know what? This is monumental, right? We really need to go out. Everything is at stake and our democracy is at stake. And the only way that we can change that is by us voting. So I'm ready. I have my mask.
Yes. And your hand sanitizer.
And my list.
Okay. Right? Very good.
I'm ready. I'm all in.
Very good. Well, thank you, Montse and Mark. In front of everybody here, I just want to honor your work in bringing this all together as the digital person. Make it. In some ways, I'm happy about it. Other people might not be happy because they may say, "Uh-oh, now I don't have any excuse not to vote." Hey, that's on you, Mark. So thank you for that, brother, and thank you for all your work for the Texas AFL-CIO. And we will, yes.
Everyone, y'all got to send us your selfie pictures with your I voted sticker and make sure you use social media because if it's not on Twitter, it didn't happen. So get your selfie, get your sticky, and hashtag Texas Labor 2020 because we're all in and we're flipping the house.
There you go.
That's right.
Very good.
All righty, you guys.